morning, we're here. Cannot believe it. Thank you, Dave, as amazing host as always. Well, as part of my keynote welcome, it would be remiss of me not to start by formally welcoming you to the Advantage Conference 2022. And thank you for joining us at the Savoy Palace on this beautiful island. Thank you, Luis and Dorita and your teams at both the Madeira and the Portuguese Tourist Board for being with us this weekend, and all our headline sponsors and supporting sponsors. Your ongoing commitment to Advantage membership is always grateful. Welcome also to the media. Not only do we have our valued reporters from our trade media, but this year we also have representatives from the national press, in particular the Times, the Telegraph and the Independent. A special thank you to my Advantage team. I cannot even start to explain how committed and dedicated they are to our membership. The last couple of years have been a roller coaster for them too, and it's their individual and collective contribution that ensured we remained member focused at all times. A sincere welcome to all our Advantage members, and a warm welcome to Chris Dane, who joins us from Hickory, one of our US global network partners, and from across the pond, flew in yesterday. Morning, Chris. It's fantastic to see each and every one of you here, live and in person. But I always knew that when this time came, addressing you all here today, for the first time in 2 years, it would be one of the most challenging moments I would have to face. Not because I was worried that the nerves would kick in, but the emotion I knew I would feel seeing you all here in one room in real life. I mean, thankfully the light stops me from seeing back of the room. But reflecting on the magnitude of what we've had to endure across all aspects of our lives has been life-changing, to say the least. The pandemic, followed by the devastating humanitarian crisis unfolding in Ukraine, has at times been unbearable to comprehend. But over the last couple of years, I've witnessed so many of my members having to fight so hard to keep businesses afloat. Businesses built over many years, over generations, frustrated at the lack of government support and recognition when it came to facing the greatest crisis of our lifetime. I've heard from many of you over the years, and I know how lonely you have felt being a business leader during a pandemic. It's required decisiveness, constant communication, lifting your head above the parapet, and sheer determination. For every Advantage member, I know those days were very dark, and never has the phrase "in this together" felt more appropriate. This industry is all about our people. So let's take a moment to reflect on who we are and who we were. Alongside your people, you did what you had to do with gusto and entrepreneurial spirit, taking on second jobs, diversifying, resilient and defiant, but wearing the scars. And I know those scars haven't faded. So here we are in Madeira after a 2-year global shutdown. A shutdown, as we now know, which led to unnecessary and hugely detrimental border closures and restrictions leading to minimal public health benefit. The report by the Transport Select Committee only this week branded the government's actions on travel restrictions as disproportionate, inflicting misery and confusion for travellers and causing significant economic impact to the industry. On a more positive note, a recent economic impact report by WTTC recognises that travel and tourism is expected to create nearly 126 million new jobs within the next decade and could reach pre-pandemic levels by 2023. The driving force of the global economic recovery, creating 1 in 3 of all new jobs. IATA has reported a full-year global passenger numbers fell by over 75% in 2021 compared to 2019. And by the end of this year, passenger numbers are likely to have grown to similar levels as 2014 to 3.4 billion, but significantly below the 4.5 billion travellers of 2019. Hotel Hub, which provides technology for TMCs and their corporate customers, said global hotel transactions reached 87% of 2019 volumes in March, up from just 45% in January, when the Omicron variant suppressed travel demand again. Europe has seen one of the strongest regions to experience recovery. However, across the Atlantic, demand has been even more advanced, with US bookings reaching our 2019 transaction levels. In our recent member census, 95% of you felt optimistic about navigating out of the pandemic, but recognise that whilst we're still in recovery phase, significant challenges lie ahead. However, trading only tells one side of the story. Since January, demand has soared, with many members experiencing sales comparable to pre-pandemic trading. But this is only one metric, and you need to look under the skin to truly comprehend the lasting impact to the sector. Balance sheets have been decimated. There is increased debt in businesses who've maximised grants and CBILS loans. VAT deferrals, which now need paying. The cost of living crisis, challenging cash flow, merchant providers' risk of the industry, alongside how regulatory bond values are being set. In addition, we need to ensure we can regenerate with sustainability front of mind. These are all issues the industry is now facing whilst managing consumer confidence and a staffing crisis. We've all seen the industry infrastructure buckle under the strain of a recent travel surge. A combination of labour shortages, complex in-destination restrictions, flight changes, slow approval mechanisms for roles requiring security clearance. And again this week, passport shambles as confusion reigns. The complexity in booking travel components has led to a phenomenal increase in new agent business, with 80% of members reporting that they have heard from new customers who have previously not booked through an agent. 80% of members have heard that. With every booking on average requiring a human touch by a consultant at least 3 times during the transaction process. And we're seeing this for all types of travel, whether that's business or leisure. But before we put the industry under the bus, let's not forget that it was only 6 weeks, yes, 6 weeks, that the UK government lifted all remaining COVID measures. First sector to feel the impact of the pandemic remains one of the very last industries facing considerable challenges. In some respects, the last couple of years has widened the lens in which we at Advantage see the sector. We've kept laser focused on how we manage the business, our member shareholders and all our stakeholders. We embarked on a high-profile media campaign across the trade, government and consumer media, exponentially increasing our voice. It's given us a seat around the table when it was needed and a voice to champion the human agent as a critical booking channel within the UK outbound travel sector. I think the pandemic taught us many things. For me personally, the pandemic taught me never assume policymakers know your market. But perhaps that's because we haven't been educating them well enough. The pandemic also showcased the complexities of the industry, how regulation in a crisis is not fit for purpose, and how supply chain can hang agents out and consumers out to dry. But also how the industry can work in unity and as a collective. The Transport Select Committee report again this week pointing to a number of these issues, albeit once the horse had bolted. But that's why last December I made a rally cry to the UK outbound travel sector. My vision to create one single united voice, similar to how the hospitality sector operates, through their focused engagement at all levels across government departments and key stakeholders. Enabling across the political spectrum, ensuring the outbound sector gets the visibility it deserves in both social, cultural and economic importance, and be seen as a business sector in its own right. Since our call to action, a significant number of organisations have registered in principle to support an initiative of this nature going forward. We have also met with the former Cabinet Minister, Steve Norris. Oh, I can hear that. Someone's talking in their mic and I can hear it. Oh. Just one moment, please. Is that you, David? I can hear you. Thank you. I can still hear him. This is my platform. I don't want him on my platform. Anyway, I'm just going to talk over him. Strategic communications and media activity, however, is not all we focused on for the past 2 years. As part of our invigorated business born out of the pandemic, we've re-engineered the business to enable the centre to operate seamlessly and efficiently across all our diverse functions. In practice, this has meant aligning our global, business and leisure travel divisions, all now operating under the Advantage brand. Structuring our expertise to match the relevant business solutions required by our members. As part of our continued investment, the rebranding of our global business travel division has seen our business travel membership benefits increase significantly. And as part of this continued investment, I'm delighted to announce the appointment of Guy Snegler as Global Business Travel Director. He will join the business in June. The appointment complements... Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's a vote of confidence, so we've done the right thing. This appointment complements the already strong leadership and management at the helm of Advantage. So in consultation with our members and the board, we've subsequently launched a new 3-year strategic framework centred around 4 key pillars. These comprise of footprint expansion to grow and retain members, evolving all membership options to suit all business models, continuing to be the voice for the independent travel agent, increasing market-leading commercial partnerships and expansion of our financial services through a range of business solutions, leveraging our global buying power of $15 billion, partners in over 80 countries, creating significantly more commercial value for our members remains core to our activity. To digitally transform member partner touchpoints, ensuring we increase digital marketing and engagement at every interaction across the business. And operational excellence. Do fewer things, but do them well. Improving our processes and contact centres, including supporting our members with their sustainability and D&I goals. So in closing, I'm incredibly proud of the way each and every one of you has risen to the many challenges COVID has presented. As members, I truly believe you have a unique opportunity to shout about the invaluable customer service you deliver under the buckling strain of consumers desperate to travel again. Now, more than ever before, it's vital for members to re-engage with the centre and maximise all the support resources and tools we have available. And these can really help your business recovery. And more of this will be shared later on. So moving forward, we have a clear vision to provide our members and partners with unparalleled level of service and commercial gain. Our people being the success factors, speaking with one voice of authority on behalf of all our members. Working collectively, our focus will be on resuming confidence in the sector for customers, investors, and attracting people and talent to the industry, delivering the joy of travel and ensuring we aim for a frictionless, sustainable experiences for all travellers, regardless of the means for their reason for travel. The travel industry will not be swept under the carpet again, forgotten, or put itself in a position of being a constant punching bag. Tough times are far from over. Our entire ecosystem needs protecting against future economic shocks, some of which are already on our doorstep. Continued government engagement with industry is paramount. Consumer rights, protection, regulation is complex, but we must step up the tempo, grow our muscle power, and use our collective influence in order to regenerate the future of the UK outbound travel. I'm really looking forward to the next few days in Madeira and to spending as much time with you all as I can. All of you in this room are very much the lifeblood of our organisation, delivering on your needs and what fuels us. Helping you become more successful as business leaders is what drives and energises us. I really do hope over the next 2 days you will come away inspired, invigorated, safe in the knowledge that we have your back as the voice of the independent travel agent. Thank you.